All right, ahead in the 9 o'clock hour, it is a new documentary called Elephants and Man, a Litany of Tragedy.
Actress and comedian Lily Tomlin, along with actress and singer Kramer, join us to talk about the film. We've got a great 9 a.m. show, some music on its way. Stay with us.
And we love to laugh with her, but today actress Lily Tomlin here to tell us about a cause near and dear to her heart that's no laughing matter. We're going to have more on the groundbreaking documentary Elephants and Man, a Litany of Tragedy coming up. At the historic Sunset Gower Studios here in Hollywood, preparations are underway for the preview of a new documentary called Elephants and Man, a Litany of Tragedy. The red carpet event is tonight and is part of Kramer's Films That Changed the World series.
The film chronicles the history of elephants in captivity. In it. There we go. The filmmakers contend that zoos and circuses are not capable of properly caring for elephants due to their size and their need for vast amounts of space in which to roam.
Many celebrities have joined the campaign to persuade zoos to close elephant exhibits and transfer them to larger sanctuaries. And we have these ladies with us here today. Let's say good morning to Lily Tomlin and Kramer. Ladies, good morning.
Hi, good morning, all.
What a delight to see the both of you.
It is.
It's great to be here.
So what started this cause for you to get behind something like this, protecting elephants? And basically you're saying that the zoo is not the place for an animal like that.
No zoo is really. There's just not enough room. When I started reading about elephants and studying and learning what I could, I became so involved because you found out how sensitive, how intelligent, how familial these family bonds that span multi-generations. Elephants even weep. They mourn their dead. It's really incredibly profound.
Let me play devil's advocate because I know you've handled this argument before. There are those that say, well, this is an opportunity for people who will never get a chance to see these animals in the wild. This is a chance to help them understand the importance of protecting our ecosystem and protecting our natural resources like the wild kingdom. What do you say to that?
Well, when I was a child, I used to love to go to the zoo and the circus, and I'm just recently becoming educated about elephants in captivity since I decided to screen this film. I've been interested in the subject a couple of years, but it's, you know, Lily is very educated on it, and it just has changed my thinking on the way anybody looks at the zoo and the circus.
Well, the whole idea about preservation and conservation and education in the zoo is really pretty much of a fallacy because kids know more about dinosaurs than almost any animal that's ever existed, and they've never seen a dinosaur in the flesh. And when you see an elephant in the zoo, they're really terribly troubled. They're suffering physically and mentally. They're nowhere near what you would see in the wild. And in terms of cost, the elephant exhibit we've just built here at the LA Zoo cost $42 million. Wow. And that has nothing to do with maintaining elephants, taking care of the medical needs of an elephant, the daily needs. It's a huge expenditure for a city that's, having a hard time anyway. But on top of it, it's a better looking exhibit, but it in no way suits or serves the elephant's needs. And in other parts of the world, in terms of preservation and conservation, like for instance in Kenya, the Kenya Wildlife Service have like millions of acres that are protected, and the elephants live in a natural habitat, and they take care of 40,000 elephants a year for $45 million.
Wow.
30 or 40,000 elephants, and they thrive and survive, and they breed naturally, and new elephants are born. Here, it's very difficult breeding in captivity.
Well, we have a clip, actually, of the film that you're going to show tonight, Elephants and Man, a Litany of Tragedy. Watch this.
We know that they suffer grief and loss, and they do cry, and to be separated, therefore, from their kin, and to be captured and to be transported and separated and moved around, as happens in the zoo and circus industry, is a terribly cruel insult to the elephant.
Do you think the fault is that we don't know enough about elephants?
That's what most humans are incredibly, empathetic, and if we've seen it, we grew up with zoos, and excuse me, Kat, I'm all jazzed
She's
up.
fired up.
I was just going to say that just because it's better doesn't make it right. Just because the situation for the elephants now may be better, it's still not where they belong.
At the zoo, yeah. Because elephants literally walk 10, 20, 40, 50, 100 miles a day, and they have very tender feet. Oddly enough, this huge magnificent creature has these very delicate...
I had no idea.
Very delicate, and they have to walk on soft earth, and they forage. And there's a beautiful story about an elephant, Ruby, who was we were successful in transferring from the LA Zoo to the sanctuary in Northern California. Because they had a little acacia tree waiting for her that she could tear up, which is one of their habits.
Right.
They like to tear up these small trees, and they eat them. And at the zoo, the trees and the fences are electrified.
Oh, goodness.
Where do you find the biggest resistance? Is it from the zoos, or is it from circuses? I mean, I'm sure they're being exploited for money.
I think any business, absolutely, the zoo or the circus. And there are many zoos, you know, in the country that have closed their exhibits. 12 so far, major zoos, and there's about 18 total that are planning to, because they have come to learn that elephants cannot thrive in a small urban confinement.
We've really just scratched the surface, but we want to let you know the documentary is called Elephants and Man, A Litany of Tragedy. The red carpet event is tonight, and it's part of Kat Kramer's Films That Changed the World series. We'll have more information on our website. Ladies, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, take care.